be giving a heads up, like general introduction. Jan is our automation expert, so he will then show you how to work inside of the product. And Mateusz, you can see Mateusz from two sides here, so that's a webinar. Like you can see him like right there from the back, and also like down here. So you have like a three-dimensional webinar here. And so Mateusz is our CMO. He's trying to make the best deals for you. So I asked him to create some good deal for a lead generation tool for you. So he will come back to you at the end of this webinar with some short deal and maybe some more questions. So yeah.
All right, thanks for that, Karash. And I didn't expect Mateusz to have a nice little cameo there, showing a hi from the behind. And also, I love your background, Mateusz. Nice work.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. And Karash, over to you.
All right, so now I'll try to share the screen and show exactly what we can accomplish. So this is our website, and we have this new section called flows. So in this section called flows, we are now slowly adding more and more individual flows. But let's start with the best one and biggest one, and that's how to improve your automated sales. Because it's actually a high-level flow that shows you all the steps to connect all these individual flows, how you can connect your CRM, your PPC campaign, your LinkedIn outreach, and your lead generation tool, how you can connect all of these things together to work as one organism and help you to automate your sales process. So with this lead generation and automation platform, we are actually able to get 100,000 leads and outreach to them every single month. So of course, it's possible to scale it up or down depending on your use case, but really the core value proposition here is to show you how you can contact 100,000 leads a month without even doing anything other than setting this up. Everything will work automatically, and as soon as some of these leads will start replying to you, the automation sequence will stop, and your sales team or you will be able to address their questions and get them on the meeting. So this is the core value. So on our website, this is the main flow. So if I open it, you open this part, and it kind of try to show you this is like 4 hours setup. Okay, but then it will save you 4 hours each week. So trust me, this is worth it. And I'll just take this screenshot for my next thing, and it will show you the steps. So it's actually showing you where you need to go to start to set this up. And this is the 100,000 leads every month at reduced cost. So the first step would be for me to explain you how that actually works in high level, and then I leave Jan to show you how to set it up inside Boostspace. So any kind of marketing effort, any kind of sales automation is working with contacts, and I see that there are a lot of tools that can help you to generate your leads. So for us, one of the contact sources could be I put a little smaller, could be LinkedIn, right? So that's one way of getting your contacts. So you can subscribe to LinkedIn Sales Navigator, export contacts with certain demographic, and import them into a prepared folder from which Boostspace will take over and automate your sales process. We also have a partnership with a tool called AdsLab, which is basically a same lead generation tool, so similar to Apollo database. They actually work with the same database, the same data, but we made sure that we have really good pricing. And since we have this 100,000 contacts per month lead funnel, automated sales funnel, then we have the same deal for you, which we will reveal at the end of the webinar, so that you will get access to 100,000 leads a month at a certain price, which is much cheaper than you can get it from Apollo database. So AdsLab is really interesting tool because you can export data based on demographics, but you can also export data based on their search history. So if they are searching for your competition, you can actually get these contacts to fit your kind of lead generation funnel and immediately import them inside your master contact database. So the master contact database, that would be in Boostspace, and I will exactly explain why you need to have that. But the last source of leads could be any other lead generation tools or any other tools that you might have, your Excel sheets, your CRM. Like, you get all your contacts in one nice central database. So when the contacts get inside the central database, it's important that they are not duplicated. They are not same one contact 3 times in a database, because then you would be delivering the sequence 3 times, and it could become really awkward and it could be a disaster. One of the core features of Boostspace is that it helps you to merge duplicates and consolidate data. So what I mean by merging duplicates is you set up a key column inside Boostspace. So this key column could be email, for example. And this email, it will be then forever kind of unique. And as long as the same guy with the same email, same lead comes from another source, it will be actually not created as a separate record, but it will be merged. So this is the key column and data merging. But what it also will do is, in case there are some empty columns inside Boostspace, like maybe your invoicing tool has invoicing information, your CRM tool has some CRM information, and marketing tool has some marketing data about the same contact. So that's why the data consolidation comes in, and that's inside Boostspace how you can actually merge the data. I'll just show you in high level how this works, because I think it's important to understand that, and Jan will then focus on the actual automations. But now I am inside Boostspace. I've opened one of the contact databases. So this is where your contacts are, located. You can see you have a lot of columns of data. These are our data standard. These are pre-made columns that are same for all our clients. And you can also create your custom fields. That's also possible. And in this view called Connect, after you create your first database, you start creating individual integrations. So you can see that you have this medium priority here, and there is a low priority. So all your sources, you can give them certain priority, and based on this priority, they will be able to override each other's data or not. So if they have the same priority, like all of these, they have medium priority, always the newest set of data wins and overrides this data inside the database. But if they have higher priority, they will remain there. So this Google Sheets, probably my secondary source of information, it will not be able to override anything. It will be only able to add data into the empty columns in case some of the records are the same and duplicate. So this is the data consolidation, and you can actually setting up the new flow. Jan will then show you how you can assign the priority and how you can set up this individual thing. So this is I wanted to show that. Of course, when the data is saved inside the master database, it's easy to for us to create templates for you. So everything that Jan will be showing is based on the template, so that you don't have to create the data mapping, everything for yourself. And we actually have a product coming that is going to work with your data with AI, and it will actually help you to standardize and enrich your data using AI engine. But this is something that will come, maybe at the start of next year. So I'll keep that for one of our future webinars. So first step is to get your contacts in the central database. Second step is to clear your data and standardize it. So this is by sending it into the central columns. And the third step in that is to set up your sequence. So what we like to do and what works for us is, first we connect one of the CRMs to see the actual flows, the stages. So usually we have something like Pipedrive or different tool that has certain stages, right? Certain columns in the Kanban board view. So the first stage that we always put it in is that your data are being imported. So that's the first stage here. Then the next stage is what we try to do is second stage would be to deliver advertising, at least like for 1 week or something. We want to import contacts from your CRM into the PPC advertising tool. So you can do things like Google advertising, Facebook ads, things like that. So that's usually the second step, where you are trying to warm up the contacts so that you can then be more comfortable and more successful on outreaching to them. So the third step that we sometimes do and set up is outreach campaigns. So you can do outreach via Expandy, for example. We have a good experience with Expandy as a LinkedIn outreach tool. So we help to synchronize data from the master database inside the Expandy and deliver certain LinkedIn sequences. You can also do emailing outreach. So we will be creating a template for smart leads now, and probably for another emailing outreach solutions. So this could be like the email outreach, and this could be stage 4 of how you trying to approach your contacts. And stage 5 would be something like recognize that they are not interested or yes, and then continue. And at any place where they reply to you, it will actually work like this. They reply to you, the data will get updated in the master database. It will get updated into your Pipedrive, for example, or any other CRM, and it will get to the stage where your sales team can take over and start to book a call and work with it. So sorry for drawing that like this, but I just wanted to put this use case into a perspective and try to show you what we will be trying to show you how to accomplish. So lead generation tool, clean the data and start delivering the sequences. PPC campaigns, outreach tool via LinkedIn, outreach via email, and oversee the entire process via Pipedrive. Throw there 100,000 records, let it work, and just get a chance to react on the leads that have actually sent a positive reply and that showed in the column inside your Pipedrive. These guys are asking some questions. This is what is the goal of today's webinar. So in high level, I will now give the microphone to Jan, and he can take over and show you how we can accomplish that inside the Boostspace UI, right? And maybe before, I would just ask Sam if this was clear and if this is the way how we can continue.
Yeah, this is perfect. Thank you. Thanks for that. Thanks for giving us like a little walkthrough of that. So I do have a question here, but then I know like there is something more like your hand would like to add. So I'm just going to keep the questions reserved until for another good 15-20 minutes.
Awesome. So then we can address all these questions, and Jan will then start to work with the UI and show you how to set everything up. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
So thank you for the word. I will do the next part, and I will desktop share how to accomplish those automations through the flows for on few examples.
Sure.
So can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yes. Okay, so I prepared a new system, demo system, with a new contact list where I will show you guys these flows and how to connect everything, the lead generation, and how to connect it with advertising, for example. And we can see also some Pipedrive CRM contact synchronization. So let's go back. We implement this section, this flow sections into our Boostspace also, and it is go here to our website part. So for example, at first I want to generate those deals, and I want to import them into our Boostspace. So I will discover these flows, how to capture those leads. And you see there are steps like contact list setup and those application setup. So I already made it before this webinar to be prepared for it. So I will go ahead and continue to the step where I am actually using those templates. So I used Sales Navigator to get those deals. I have also prepared one file with those leads, and I will now use the template. So the template is taking me to our integrator, which is connected to the system, and I'm able, after a few seconds, I will be able to go through the template wizard and see this integration flow to set up whole template. So for the whole scenario. There is also tutorial how to accomplish this, how to go through the scenario, and etc. So at first I will select my space, which is this contact list. I can also connect pre-made custom fields. There are some custom fields groups, which is good to connect with those tools, and there are also some other groups, and I will continue with those. Continue. Now I'm creating API token to connect everything with our Boostspace, and now as you can see, the connection is made, and I can continue to integrate a part. So this is how the template looks like. I will start guided setup, and it will show me what should I do to connect everything to be able to import those files with leads to my Boostspace. I already have those connections, and I need to select a path to my folder. I am using this demo folder. I will select all because I want to see all files in this folder demo. Okay, because the file is CSV or Excel. So I need to create connection also for this sheet. Okay, this is everything done. There is only this wizard for creating connection, so I will go ahead, and now I have to set up my connection to Boostspace. As I mentioned before, there is also already made this connection, and the name of it is this Google Drive 44. So that's the one. And I will select my space, which is called demo. Okay, everything is done. Scenario is created, and I can save it, and I can also turn it on. So that was the first part, how to actually set up the scenario to import those leads into our Boostspace. So the next part is, what should I do with those leads? I'm going back to my Boostspace. I can click that all connections are set, and I can end this tour. At this moment, I am able to see the integrations here in this connect part, and as you can see, it is connected to Boostspace to this organized section. So what now? I will go back to our flow, and let's say I would choose only, for this example, only the Sales Navigator leads, because I don't want to show others because of the time. And this is how to import the data. So now I want, for example, those data, those leads, to be imported to some advertising, for example. So I will go to the next flow, which is this is based on advertising, and it will show me another steps at the start, how to again, how to set up my advertising tools like Facebook custom audience, Google Ads. I already done it, and I will go ahead for these templates, which is important for me. So for this example, I will choose Google Ads. So I will again choose this template and go through the whole process of creating the automation scenario. After a few seconds, it will link me to the integrator. I will go through this integration flow, create API token, and connection is created, and I will continue to integrator. Here I can go through this guided setup. I will add a new webhook, which triggers me when something was done. For this example, when contact was created, I want to get those contacts to our Google Ads. So the connection is called Google Ads customer match. 5. Yeah, where is it? Okay. Continue. I will select connection. As you can see, I already have those accounts and customer lists prepared. I can continue, and I can save it, and I can also turn it on. So now what happened? I have a scenario for the lead importing from my Sales Navigator. And the second part is whenever the lead is actually created in Boostspace, it will automatically go to Google Ads customer match, to my prepared audience. And whenever, and how can I run it actually? So whenever I import the lead export from the Sales Navigator to my prepared Google Drive, it will import me those contacts to Boostspace and automatically to Google Ads customer match. So I will go back. I can close this integration tool, and I can see the scenario on this share part. So that's it. I can also do few more steps, like I can go back to these flows and connect other templates, like connect my CRM with it. I can connect other advertising tools. I can connect also other sources for the lead generation. You are able to connect everything with Boostspace, and with one trigger, which is at this moment importing the file with leads from Sales Navigator, then it will start everything. So I can show you how to do that, how to accomplish that. So I will go back to this organize section, and I prepared this file with 10 leads, which is this one. This importing, and what is happening now? The scenario, this one should triggers me every 15 minutes if there is a new file in this demo folder, and search for the file and search for those leads, for those contacts, and import that to my demo account. To get it more quickly, because there is set up there is scheduling, and it is every 15 minutes looking for a new file in this folder. So I can do it more quickly to run it actually, to get those leads into my Boostspace. Sorry, there is some panel from the Zoom, and I don't know how to. What is going on? Can you also see that panel, Sam?
Yeah, I can.
Sorry, I don't know how to get rid of it, actually. What is happening? Why this is showing? Oh my God. I will stop desktop share and share it again. Sorry about that. It's weird. Okay. So let's step back. So I have my contacts. And I have those contacts actually here. But the column is different. Sorry about it. But as you can see, I imported 10 contacts into my Boostspace. And what happened? What is going on? Sorry. And also this scenario triggers me this contact creation. And as you can see in the history, it immediately import those contacts in Google Ads Customer Match, and it was done. So now I have those contacts in my advertising. So, and that's the power of the automation. And I can do next steps. I can go back to this flow, and I can add more templates. I can add more scenarios and scale the solution, scale the whole process. Import, for example, this pipe drive. I can show you how to do that. So let's say we want to have those contacts and new contacts in pipe drive. So I will discover another flow, how to master my sales process with CRM. So I can go through this, and there are at the start, at the beginning, there are steps like how to prepare my pipe drive, how to prepare my CRM or other tools, and I already did that. There are some stages like preparation, was what Tadash told you before, and stages like outreach and etc. So this is important for me now for this example. I want to use another template to get those leads to my to my PyDrive account. So that's the same thing. You are doing every time the same thing. You are choosing flow, then you are choosing and setting up your tool, choosing the right template for your tool, and connect everything with Boostspace. So for this template, I have to add some connection. I have to go through the whole process of creating connections and stuff like this. So this connection is called pipe drive. Pipe drive 56. I already made the connection to pipe drive, so I can continue, and I have to set up connection in every module and step with these guides. Okay, connection is already selected. And some of them I have to choose them again because they have different permissions to create, update, delete. So it may take some times. And now I have to select my stage where I actually want to get those new deals whenever contact is created. Continue, and we are also connecting those records in Pipedrive and Boostspace and other tools together, because with that we can easily compare if they are connected or not, and if we can. It is more simple to work with it. So it was Pipedrive 56. I have to select the space, which is go demo. Yeah. And it's done. Template is ready to go. Okay, I can save it, I can turn it on, and now what is happening? The scenario is waiting because it is webhook module at the start, is waiting for new contacts in Boostspace, and it is connecting them with Pipedrive. So it will, whenever contact is created in Boostspace, it will create me a person and create a deal in Pipedrive. And also this is create, update, and delete webhook. So whenever there is another trigger like update of the contact in Boostspace or delete of the contact, it will update it in the top branch and delete it in the middle branch. So what now? I can go back to this demo account and this tour. It will show me this Pipedrive synchronization here, and I can go here and I can also import new file and get new leads and get them to advertising and get them to my Pipedrive actually. So whenever I upload another one, it will generates me more leads into Boostspace and into Pipedrive and stuff like that. And also you can manage how many leads you want to import and from what sources you want to import, and you can really generate about 10K leads per month easily with only those two tools, Sales Navigator and the Audience Lab tool, which was speaking Tadash before. So okay, I think we are just now waiting because there is the scheduling for the scenario, but after there are another, I don't know, 15 minutes or 1 hour, it depends on the scheduling, what you choose in the scenario for in importing leads. It will import me another one, another part of, or another leads from the new file. So I think that is everything now from this example, and I'm not sure if everything was clear. Sam, if you can
Yes.
describe if everything was clear. Maybe it is more sophisticated at the beginning, but if you try it, you will see that's really simple, because you are only going through the templates and scenarios and only making new connections to your tools, and really you are only uploading the files with those leads. So yeah, that's it.
Perfect. So thank you. Firstly, thanks for showing us the step-by-step process. Luckily, we have a recording of today's webinar, so we can we will probably edit that after the webinar ended. We'll probably get that edited, and then we will send an email to everyone showcasing how exactly this could be done. So we will get that done. And there have been a few questions coming in, and some of them are not related to the sales automation, but then Timo wants to know if it's possible. I mean, he wants to Timo, I hope you're still around. So Timo basically wants to use Boostspace to automate like YouTube videos from one channel to multiple channels. Is that like possible to achieve? Because that's something I'm hearing for the first time. A very interesting use case. So how could we possibly achieve that with Boostspace? Because this is super new to me.
We are able to make those integrations through a lot of tools and applications. So you are not only dependent on those templates which we are creating for you. You are also able to go to the integrator directly and create your own scenarios with your own tools with APIs, or they are already pre-made. There are like more than 1,600 tools already pre-made modules, and you can also only create the connections between them and connect each other to, like, I mean, each tools to other tools depends on some depends on the solution or what you want to accomplish. But I'm not sure what was the question. Was it about some?
Yeah, it is about like, say on SaaS Mantra YouTube channel, we have like a good bunch of videos. Now I want to create like more YouTube channels, say like growth mantra or like SaaS growth and so on. I'm going to create like more YouTube channels, and I want to use Boostspace to automatically upload all the videos from SaaS Mantra YouTube channel to multiple YouTube channels.
Yeah, that's possible because you are able to. I think YouTube has those modules upload a video, and you will only create a connection to your channel, and you can duplicate it like this, and you can also add some trigger which will be the source of the video, and you can, for example, let's say this is the original video source, and you can connect it with those channels, and this module will upload you the video to the one channel. This module will upload the video to other channel and to other channel, so you are able to accomplish that easily.
Okay.
But you have to describe where's the source of the video. You can have it anywhere.
Interesting. So, and Matash, thanks for dropping the link. So fam, if you have been like having a challenge trying to serve, you got your Boostspace account, but then you have challenges in setting it up, or you could totally get an expert to help you out with that. Just make sure to copy this link. And I'm really glad that you have opened this up for today's webinar, Matash. Really appreciate that. Because I see most often like we buy the deal, but then we usually put them on shelf. We don't use it. And unless until we don't use it, there is no point investing our time and money into buying a product, right? So I'm really glad that Boostspace team has stepped up, and they want you to basically use the product. So just have like a few use cases. You don't have to necessarily go for like, hey, I want to automate this, do that. So basically have your use case ready, like whatever that you want to do, and then try booking a call with the link that Varos has shared, and then you can get their help to get the automation done. Like basically your first step, the biggest challenge is usually like when you're trying to use the product, the very big challenge comes in is to get started with the product. So that's something I have seen, and I personally have dumped a few tools that I have purchased, but then I have never used because I have been like thinking like, okay, I will use this later on. I will use this later on. I have this use case, but then I'll set it up later on. So, but then when you're jumping on a call with someone and going to be getting it done along with them, it's going to be like fairly easy for you to get started. So do that. I mean, if you have already purchased Boostspace, just book a call with the link Matters has shared right away. If not, you can still book a call and then you can buy the deal today. So you can do it either way. So I would highly recommend
Exactly.
you do that. Yeah, Matters, sorry, go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah. I just want to say that that we got like 4 people here: Joey, Julio, Sonny, and Timo. I've been talking to all of you guys in the PMs, and the first thing is that you can jump on this call, which is like 30 minutes of our time. It's gonna be either Tadeas or Jan from the sales. And in the end, you will be able to claim a special package because within those 30 minutes, we will review your use case like we did just now. So for example, Timo said that he wants to distribute videos across YouTube channels. So Jan can share his screen and be like, okay, so you can do it in this way. You can do it maybe even this way, but it's not really like we will dive into your system and help you set it up. But after those 30 minutes, you will be able to claim a special support packages. It's from 1 to 5 hours. And 1 hour is 60 euros. So you will be able to claim this package. It depends on the technical difficulty, but at this point for Timo, I think that 1 hour of Jan will be just enough, and he will set it up everything. Then you can take this 60 euros, and we will give you a code in this value, and you can actually reduce it from your monthly cost from the subscription. That's one thing. And the second thing is that I think that Julio and Joey said that they are not yet Boostspace users, and I wanted to tell them that if you go to pricing on our website, if Jan, maybe if you can just go there, if you're already sharing the screen,
Sure.
you can actually grab a special deal that we have right now, and it's gonna be there for maybe a week, so I wouldn't really wait. And that's a special 50% off with a code sync to win. And as long as you're subscribed, this will be your monthly subscription cost. So it's basically for people who weren't able to catch the SAS Mantra deal.
Perfect. Nice. Thank you. So, yeah, just want to go back and take a few questions. Thanks for explaining that, Natasha. Really, that was helpful for me, especially if I already have a use case. That is like much easier for me to get started with Boostspace. Watch out, Zapier users, we are coming. Okay, that is nice. I didn't see that before.
Yes, so we are also preparing some solutions for Zapier users to be able to create these integrations in Zapier as well.
Perfect. Perfect. So also like whoever is still there in the webinar, I just want to quickly ask you, like, if you have purchased the deal, like what's one thing that's stopping you from using the product? So just let us know in the comments in the chat, so we could address that as well. So also I have a question for Jan. So when you have been showing us like around about like setting up the sales automation flow, so just to be clear, is it possible for me, I mean, when you're showing examples of Expandee and so on, so is it possible for me to connect multiple Expandee accounts into a single workflow?
Yes, you are able. You are
Okay.
able to do that.
Okay, I mean, within like single workspace, or do I have to have like one Expandee account, or like, I mean, it can be anything, like one Mailshake or one Instantly account for each workspace, or is it like possible to have one account for each?
Yes. You are able to accomplish it with one scenario, but it's based on the use case. If you want to use it like this, or if you want to have it like separately because it depends what, for example, if you want to import contacts into Expander into multiple channels, you can set some conditions, what contacts you want to import there and what contacts you want to import there. So that's the question, if is it good to be separated, or if is it possible to do it in one scenario. Yeah, but it is possible to do it by both ways.
Okay, so basically I can connect like multiple instantly or milkshake accounts in the same workflow in the same scenario.
Yeah.
But for
Let's
each
say,
connector.
let's say you have connected those contacts from Boostspace, and you want to have it in Expanded. So let's say this is the Expanded module, and you are able to import it to one Expanded channel. You are also able, like this, to import it in one scenario to another Expanded account, because it's based on the connection actually. Like this, we have one module have one connection, so you should have two modules for two connections. But you are able to do it in one scenario. You can also set up the filter which contacts are going to one channel and which contacts are going to another channel. So yeah, that's it. That is possible. But sometimes it's good to have it like separately, because it's better for debugging and yeah, stuff like this.
Gotcha. And Matoshan, just a quick question. So regarding Sunny, who seems to be having some challenge in terms of setting up the click flows and user flow, would you guys like to take it backstage, like after this webinar or something? Or should we address that now?
I think that we should do it like in a backstage, maybe. Yeah, that would be better.
Okay. Yeah, sure. And in terms of this synchronization, so I do have a question here. So we basically have been using like, I mean, this is something that we have a personal challenge, and also we have heard from a couple of customers via support email. So basically, if I have my email is like that, I have been emailing to, say we have been personally using like reply, close, and mailshake. Now we have been sending a cold outreach campaigns in each of them, via each of them. However, is it possible to sync up all of those accounts into a single Boostspace scenario?
Yes.
So that we need to eliminate the duplicates. So that's our use case here. So basically,
pardon. It is possible, because whenever you are setting up the contact list in Boostspace, you are able, for example, like this, you are able to avoid duplicates by some column, and you can set, for example, some unique columns like main email. But you are also able to set up this this key column, for example, for some custom field or whatever you choose. So you're able to avoid duplicates, and also with the data consolidations and token prioritization for the records creation, you are able to let's say you are able to choose which fields from which source is should be written into the records. And yeah, maybe I'm describing it wrongly, but yeah, you can choose from which source you want to update your contact and its fields. Okay, so that's those two main things: key columns and this data consolidation.
Right. And this would basically help me synchronize all the contacts before. I mean, I basically want to make sure like all the contacts are going to be synced up. Let me try and explain this use case a bit more particularly. I mean, very clearly. So
yeah,
we have, say, we are reaching to about like say 1,000 people every day, right? But of which like 300 are going to be synced up in our mailshake, and another 300 goes into our close, and another 300 or 400 goes into reply. However, there is a possibility that some from the yesterday's campaign might show up in today's campaign in a different software. For example, something that 5 leads from that went out via reply campaign yesterday, those 5 leads could be sitting in my milkshake campaign today. So how can we make sure like this is not going to be happening? I mean, they are not going to be receiving the same email over and over just because we are using different software. How do we make sure by syncing up all those 3 software into Boostspace and ensure the duplicate emails are not going out?
Yes. If you are syncing in from several sources, you are able to handle it with those things what I said before. But whenever you are syncing out, the tools have something similar, and they don't actually like MailChimp. It is not possible to import email twice. Yeah, they have also some solutions like this, but the main thing is that if you synced in, if you synced into Boostspace at first, so you connect this, for example, MailChimp record with Boostspace record. So we already know that this record exactly is in the MailChimp. So whenever something is happening with the contact in Boostspace, we are
Right.
not creating another one in the MailChimp. We can also update him, for example.
Right.
Okay. So you will not receive any duplicates, or if the data are clear and yeah. But yeah.
Got you. So yeah, while you're explaining this, here is another thought that struck my mind. So would it be easier if I'm going to be uploading all my contacts into Boostspace first, and then I pick a software, and then I can set up a scenario where the emails have to go out. So this way I can completely eliminate the opportunity, the possibility for the duplication. Do you think that's a better idea, better approach? What would you
Yeah,
suggest?
I think that's the perfect way how to accomplish this. You should at first sync in and then sync out, because you need at first those contacts to be connected with those contacts in other tools. Okay, so you
Right.
should first sync in. There is this key column and data consolidation. Everything goes together and connect with there, because we are using something like remote IDs, so we have ID from the ID of the record from other tool, and it is connected to our ID in the Boostspace. So whenever this is connected and synchronized, we can work with it, and we can export it or share it to these other tools. Okay.
Perfect. Got you. So here's another thing that we have received. I mean, this is regarding a marketing automation question we have received. Can Boostspace be more compared to someone like LeadsBridge than Pabbly? Because Pabbly is going to be like someone that's trying to compare with Zapier, but then since Boostspace is going to have an integration with Make as well as with Zapier, so can we compare with someone like LeadsBridge instead of Pabbly? Question to Matos and Anne.
I'm not sure what exactly LeadsBridge doing at this moment. So
yeah, I think that maybe what Sam is trying to ask is if Pabbly and LeadsBridge could do the same, right?
No,
so the
I
thing
mean
is
to ask,
that
like, is Boostspace and LeadsBridge are doing the same thing? Because like LeadsBridge can also be connected via Zapier and stuff, and same thing with Boostspace as well. So from my perspective, Boostspace should not be compared with someone like Pabbly, but then could be compared with someone like LeadsBridge, who are into the synchronization and automation kind of platform, which is pretty similar to Boostspace as well.
yeah, sure. Yeah, LeadsBridge only takes care of leads, I assume, just from the name of it, right?
Right.
So
Primarily, yes.
Yeah, so the main difference is that this is just like a one way or one take at a Boostspace. You can do the same with products, orders, invoices, etc. So yeah, I would say that Boostspace is basically, or LeadsBridge is basically like 5% of Boostspace. We're like contacts is just like one of the modules that you can use.
Got you. Understand. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, this was a question when it came out after the first webinar, especially regarding the marketing automation part of the Boostspace. Like today we are talking about the sales automation primarily, but then this question popped up in my head when we were talking about this, like different tools and so on. So that got me curious to ask you this about comparing with like LeadsBridge. So the marketing automation, I mean, LeadsBridge. Okay, so from what you say, like Boostspace can basically do what LeadsBridge can do, and then Boostspace can do a lot more as well. Is it right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly.
Now, if I'm
Perfect.
still desktop sharing, you can see we have several modules like calendar, I don't know, project managing, where you can track your working hours on the projects. You can also, I don't know, manage your business cases, and there are a lot of business modules. We have invoice modules, and there are a lot of others. And you're able to create your own custom modules. You can create your own data structure for your specific use case, what you want to use. So
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. I mean, like in terms of like accounting and finance and commerce and operations, those something like LeadsBridge definitely cannot handle, because that is just like you said, it's just purely focusing on the marketing aspect of it, not the other modules at all. And I don't think that they have like internal tools either, like how you have in terms of HR and management and finance and commerce. They don't have any of those tools.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And everything is easily you are easily able to automate through our integrator. Every module what we have, you are able to automate.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. So that's pretty much like major questions that we have had. Let me see if I have missed any of the questions from today's chat. So fam, did we miss any question, any of the questions that you have, or any challenges that you may have? To take notes and review it. Yeah, sure, Julio. And for today's session, we do have a recording, but then remember, like going forward, we're going to have like monthly webinars for people who have tier 3 or people who have purchased the add-ons. So we're going to have like monthly webinar during which we're going to be discussing about like various specific use cases that, I mean, like, of course, if you have like any specific use cases that you would like to be discussed during this monthly webinars, not necessarily webinars, it could be like kind of like call it mastermind. So that's what we're trying to have. So where we could specifically talk about marketing automation use cases or like lead generation use cases, how exactly multiple things could be achieved with Boostspace. That's what we're going to cover. And that's for everyone who purchased like tier 3 and more. And from today's session, I will share the recording with all of you who have attended and registered for today's webinar. Just perfect monthly masterminds. Totally, we are doing that, Timo. The promise that we won't want to take back at all. So yeah, that's coming up. I'm just wondering if anyone else have any questions, anything that we should cover quickly. I know like we are just about hitting the time, but if there is anything, let us know. If not, please keep your questions coming in. And Matros, could you please drop the link to book the call once again?
Yeah, we'll do.
Thank you. So feel free to go ahead and book the call. And Matros, do you mind if I also send the link to everyone who has registered for the webinar but then could not show up for the webinar? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, just make sure that those guys are booking it as soon as possible, because this will be a really limited offer.
Yeah, perfect. I'm just going to copy the link somewhere so it doesn't disappear after the Zoom call gets over. Okay, perfect. I have done that. So thank you once again, Matros, Jan, and please convey my thanks to Tarash as well for squeezing in some time to get this started. I'll go book now. You should totally book that, Timo. I think you have some of the interesting use cases already, so you should totally book there and get started. So anyone who hasn't, just go ahead and book the meeting, because I'm going to be sending emails to everyone who registered today but then could not show up. So the spots fill up. Please don't say Sampath didn't want me. I did. And Matros has also given like multiple heads up. So thank you, Matros, and thank you, Han. Thanks for your time, guys.
Cheers.
And thank you, everyone.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yes, see you on the next.
Thank you.
next one,
See,
probably for the
yeah.
next mastermind.
See you next time, guys. Cheers. Bye.
Yes, bye for now.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.